I'm Cayden Simpson, and I am here with Missouri Sports Hall of Fame inductee, head tennis coach Mark Rosewell. Let's just get right into things. So, what got you into tennis, or more specifically, like coaching tennis?
Well, like many, I played high school tennis in Lexington, Missouri, and then I played college tennis at University of Central Missouri. And then after my eligibility was done, I became a graduate assistant coach for a couple years, and then really enjoyed what I was doing. So that's when I started coaching at Central Missouri. And then the Northwest position became open in 1984, and that's when I came up here.
And you've been here for 41 years, 42nd season, correct? What have the last 40 years meant to you?
Well, I think first of all, Northwest Missouri State is just simply a fantastic university. Okay, we're growing. All the construction that's going on, we've got good leadership. Our athletic program has been outstanding across the board for many, many years. So it's pretty easy to come to work each day and have fun. And people say I have a lot of passion for the sport of tennis, or just sports in general, and that would be your answer.
And what does it mean to you to hold the school record in wins with 1,267? And that's not even just tennis, that's every sport the school has to offer. What does that mean to you?
Well, okay, in all honesty, that's a great number. I'm proud of it and so forth. But I coach two teams, so that gives us twice the chance. We play a lot of matches and so forth. So I look more at the percentage on that. I think we win 2 for every 1. I think that's a better way to gauge things as far as just overall records, and that I've been coaching a long time and had many, many good players.
Yeah, and what have you learned over the last 45 years, like the biggest takeaways you have learned from years of coaching at UCM and Northwest?
Well, if you're going to be competitive, and this is not tennis, this is any sport, certainly college sports, it really helps if you have better players than your opponent, you know. So the recruiting is very, very important, and I felt like I've been pretty good at that for a long time now, and had some good assistant coaches also that have really helping me more now. But I think you've got to have a structured program where many schools have just a women's team. And, you know, we have a strong men and women, and both the teams have been very, very good if you look at our numbers and so forth. And it's kind of the family situation where they support each other. I think that's very important too. So really all those things come into the mix.
And how did you go about recruiting? How did you convince people, like, hey, you should come here and play tennis for me? And like, how did you get them to decide to come to Northwest?
Well, I think the school sells itself. We've had many, many international schools or international students. Certainly the whole world plays tennis, so it's different than some of the other sports, although many other sports are going to some international athletes now. You're seeing more and more of that. But really, when we got started, and Coach Bird really got this whole thing started in the 70s. But we felt like we could get really good players in here, and they were interested in, say, our business program. I'd say 75–80% go through that, get a good education, and have a good time playing tennis, and be competitive and successful. And that really just came hand in hand. And our facilities are good. We got 6 brand new courts out there, wonderful. The $20 million Hughes Center was huge for all of our sports here at Northwest. I never personally thought we would ever have something like that. So incredible. We've got 2 courts in there we can play in the winter. So that's really important too.
And over the last 45 years, what has been some of your most memorable moments? I know there's probably been a lot of moments, but what are the ones that stick out, that are biggest in your career?
Well, we've won 30 MIAA championships between both teams. We've had 45 NCAA bids for the tournament, which, that's incredible. I mean, that's almost 1 a year, whatever, so that's really good. But to me, the most thing I'm proud of is 7 times we've won the MIAA championship, both the men and the women, the same year. And that's, I don't know if it's 4 or 5 decades, starting in the 80s, going all the way up to 2020s or whatever. Now that's hard to do, okay? First of all, you gotta have good players. Second of all, you gotta have no injuries, okay? And for them both to be the same, you know, to win it in the same year, it's hard to do. And we've done that 7 times.
And what do you guys do to, you know, motivate the players each and every year to try and get a feat like that, be able to have both teams come out with the championship? How do you continue to push them each and every year?
Most of the players are pretty motivated because they've been playing tennis all their life. They've had instructions. They've played all the, whether it be the USTA tournaments or the international tournaments and so forth. So they've got all that background. They have to have support parents. Tennis is, it's an expensive sport for an individual. It's an individual sport. The trick is molding them into a team. And sometimes that takes a little bit of a while, where maybe an American kid has played football or basketball or volleyball or baseball, some kind of a team sport where they've got that, you know, concept and so forth. But lo and behold, we usually get that done. It takes a little bit of time, but then they start to understand that the team is more important than they are. Once you've established that, you're on great ground.
And then through like your early years of coaching, who was kind of like a mentor that kind of helped guide you, you know, to help you early in your early years?
Well, really, many people helped me, okay? I could sit here for the next half an hour and give you a long list or whatever, but some that just stand out. Certainly Coach Bird, who was the coach before I was, he did a lot as far as teaching me how to recruit, which was really important, because when I was at Central Missouri, we were going with American players, and we weren't always winning matches, okay? And then when I got here, you know, people don't know this, but in 1976, this was when I was still playing at Central Missouri, Northwest Missouri hosted a national tournament here in Maryville. Now that's a big deal, and that's the kind of tradition that we have here. So, you know, Dr. Jim Redd was our athletic director. I think he did the most as far as really getting the funding for the program. He brought us scholarships. Really, we didn't have any scholarships when I first started, maybe one for both teams or whatever. I think that's what it was. So he understood being a football coach and so forth. And, you know, he hired Coach Churchma too, which really got things going for all the athletic program. And Dr. Dean Hubbard, he was well ahead his time. He was a guy that was competitive and wanted to do well in all the sports. And you've got to have that kind of backing. You cannot do it on your own. It's very, very important to have people supporting you. And here at the Bearcats, you know, we've got great support. We got a fine president right now that's right on the same keel, that's doing good things for us.
Yeah, and then so just the last thing is, first of all, I want to say congratulations on being inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. And what does that mean to you to be able to be honored with that?
Well, certainly for my family and so forth. I mean, now it is a big deal, and they're having it in Kansas City in November. And you know, the 82 Spoonhound football team is going too. So there's going to be people from Maryville that's there, which is great for me. But you know, I'm really excited about it. I'm sky high right now. I mean, it's your life's work, and you know, it's a difficult Hall of Fame. Now I'm in some Hall of Fames, okay, but this one I think is the most difficult to get. You've got to have some credentials to get in there, and I've had many credentials for many years, but it's hard to get in. So I just feel like I'm blessed to be get into that, and I really look forward to it.
So you've been here for over 40 years. Has retirement ever crossed your mind, or is it just, I'm just gonna keep going, you know?
Cayden, that's a good question, right? People ask me this all the time. I think as long as I'm healthy, okay, I get up, you know, I want to go to the courts. I want to see the players. Of course, I have the best of the best in players. They're not only fine athletes, but they're outstanding students, and they're top of the line. I'm the cream of the crop, okay? And to be around these kids every day motivates me, okay? And it puts me to where I want to be. I mean, I don't know anybody that could have a better job. Most people I talk to, I told someone the other day, maybe 7 out of 10 don't like their job, or they're getting paid a lot of money for whatever reasons, but truly can't say that they like getting up and going to their job. I like going to my job, and I like what I do. Again, very blessed.